Cinderella stories happen all of the time in America. It's kind of what we do. Take the story of 20-year-old Gazzy Garcia, for example. You might better know him as Lil Pump, a Soundcloud star and the guy who has made $8 million in the last 3 years. He started producing his own music with friends, and now he collaborates with Kayne West, has a song that went 5 times platinum and a record deal with Warner Brothers. He also has crazy mad money to spend on anything, and he'll still be rich. For instance, Lil Pump had a legendary shopping spree at Icebox in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a high-end family-owned jewelry store that offers some of the finest pieces in the country. Lil Pump dropped $300,000 in one afternoon at the jewelry mecca on rings, watches, and necklaces. One diamond-encrusted gold necklace cost him $60,000. He also bought 2 white gold diamond rings in the shape of stars, $2,000 a pop, one for each hand. For some reason, he paid for it all with big stacks of cash, hundreds and hundreds of $100 bills. Lil Pump loves his jewelry, so much so that he has his own jeweler, Elliot, on call. Elliot makes diamond pendant chains for each of Lil Pump's songs. The necklace for his song Drug Addict cost over $300,000 to create. He even has a $360,000 diamond self-portrait chain, complete with his 5-skull neck tattoo. The man has got some serious chains, but his weakness is watches, specifically Rolex watches. He tends to prefer bust-down Rolexes, which are Rolexes taken down to their core components so that they can be encrusted with diamonds, usually on the dial, band, case, and bezel. This is actually an old-school style that used to be called fully flooded or iced out. Pump has 5 at approximately $50,000 each, but the star of his watch collection is a $300,000 iced out Patek Philippe. He shows that one off a lot on Instagram. It should be said that Lil Pump's generosity doesn't only extend to himself. In 2018, he stopped by the exclusive NYC jewelry shop, Avian & Co., and bought 5 bust-down watches for members of his entourage, including Audemars Piguet and Rolexes. Lil Pump's generosity doesn't even stop there. Pump's little white poodle has its own iced-out Rolex as well. No, really! Lil Pump rose to fame with his rap called Gucci Gang, which he self-released on Soundcloud, and now he has plenty of Gucci in his own closet. Gucci Gang moved from there to the number 3 spot on Billboard's Hot 100. This led to Lil Pump's first album, the self-titled Lil Pump, and a single called Welcome to the Party, which was featured on the Deadpool 2 soundtrack. His second studio album was entitled Harvard Dropout. The idea that Pump was actually a Harvard dropout became so much a part of his mythology that Harvard University had to put out a press release stating that Lil Pump had never been enrolled there. Since Pump dropped out of high school in the 10th grade, Harvard has always been pretty much out of the question, and that's part of the joke. Lil Pump says that he has dyslexia and can't really read. Raised in Miami by a single mom, Lil Pump still makes his home there. When he got called out in a rival rapper's song for spending hundreds of thousands of dollars but not buying anything real, Pump took action. The next day, he went out and bought a $4.5 million home right on Biscayne Bay. He was 18. This is a Cinderella story, remember? With stunning marble and hardwood floors. The house is 5,100 square feet and minimalist in design, which allows the bay to be its standout feature. Once you have a house, you have to have a car. Lil Pump bought himself a yellow Porsche Cayman for about $100,000. The very next day, he crashed it and then drove it around town with a crumpled hood for a while. No word on where it ended up. These days, he owns a collection of cars. He owns a black Lamborghini Huracan, which lists for $261,000. Next up is a purple Rolls-Royce Wraith, which will put a $320,000 hole in your pocket. Is it a car collection without a Ferrari? We don't think so. Lil Pump went for the Ferrari 458 Italia in canary yellow and a price tag of $230,000. And finally, Lil Pump fans will know that he has a rap called Audi. Pump decided to make that lyric a reality and bought himself an emerald green Audi R8 for $170,000. It's a good start for a newly minted music mogul.